Welcome back to Tour de France Beyond the Podium. We're looking at tomorrow's stage 17.
Tomorrow takes the peloton from Chambéry, 175 kilometers, to Véron. In the beginning, we got a smattering of KOMs there, 3 Cat 4s plus a Cat 3. That intermediate sprint point comes only 30K from the finish in Véron.
Let's look at that profile. It's designated a flat stage, but the first half of the stage is anything but flat. Some solid Cat 4, Cat 3 climbs in there. Total of 2,200 meters of climbing on the stage, and a little bit of pinch up there, 5-6K from the finish line as well. Let's take a look at those last 5 kilometers and see what kind of technical points of interest we have.
Nothing too crazy so far as we get in down to 2K to go. And with 1K to go, we got some corners there. That's going to stretch out the peloton.
You're not as excited looking at it as you were a few minutes ago.
I mean, a couple of minutes ago, I was like, oh!
We thought corners in the Tour de France finishes were dead.
I know. I thought everything just finishes along a canal from here. Yeah. Now I'm like, wow, this is some old school bike racing they're giving us.
All right, we got corners. And I think the name of the game tomorrow is this breakaway game with the Mads Pedersen green jersey battle fully in play against Philipsen. We've seen Philipsen taking these just little 5-point chunks at a time. That sprint doesn't come until, like you said, 30K from the finish tomorrow. So you're not really controlling for that.
Yeah,
Philipsen needs some kind of big day and needs for Mads to be off. I think going back to some of the days we've seen Mads defend the green, the best defense is probably the offense. Like,
if I were Mads, I would not. Yeah, absolutely. You have to go in the breakaway. You have to try to get in the breakaway. You got to try to take the intermediate points. You got to try to take the stage win. And Philipsen, I think he has to try to control and sew everything back together, chase hard to that.
It's also good for Mads if a group went with some teammates of Mads and Philipsen is not in there and all the points get mopped. That is also good for him, but he runs the risk of Philipsen like slipping in there like before.
Yeah, or he runs the risk of them just chasing back because, yeah, Biniam. Okay, we're missing Tim Merlier. So Jasper Philipsen, he knows that, you know, he's gotten beaten a few times by Tim Merlier. Okay, you still have Olaf Koy in there, but his chances of actually taking a stage victory, this is his last chance.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to try to control. It's going to be a hard one to control, but his only play at the green jersey and a stage win is to get the peloton together. And look at how Mads has done in these bunch sprints. It's been like outside of the top 10, 9th, 11th.
Tomorrow's a little different just in that uphill.
I mean, I don't know.
We'll have to Bellevue that.
Profiles are always deceiving because I don't know what the actual percentages are, but
it's
like
true.
All those categorized climbs in the beginning, it's 1.5K, 5.5%. So just because this looks...
It's not mountainous.
No, it's not mountainous.
It's better for Mads and Philipsen there.
I don't know. I mean, you were talking about a guy who's won Milan-San Remo.
Yeah. All right, well, them aside, there's also how many... 14 teams that don't have a stage win, also highly desperate, ambitious.
Yeah, it's going to be a strong breakaway, and Mads is going to try to be in that breakaway, and it's going to be a hard one to get back. But I think if Jasper Philipsen wants to have a play at that green jersey, he's going to have to try to chase it because that's if it's a bunch finish.
Think he has the team for that though?
They got to try.
What if he puts Vanderpool in there and Vanderpool sits on, and then they play them at the finish? I don't know.
What does that?
It doesn't get Philipsen anything.
Doesn't get him the green jersey.
Yeah, I just don't think
they can make another play at the stage.
I don't think they have a team to control if it's a really strong group like that.
You don't think so? Well, I mean, if it's a big enough group, you might get some of that uncohesion. You also, if you put Mathieu Van Der Poel in there and he's just sitting on, and people are annoyed with him sitting on, then that can slow down the breakaway.
Yeah,
it's going to be interesting. I mean, clearly Mads is going to have teammates up there with him, the same way he did on stage 4, but that's the play for him to put this jersey out of reach.
All right, well, it's another one of those tune in from kilometer zero days. Wake up early, set your alarms, join us at 6:30. You can take a little nap maybe mid-stage and then come back and join us for the finish. We'll be here. We hope you'll be here too. We'll see you then, 6:30.
For all your cycling content year-round, subscribe to NBC Sports YouTube page. We got it all.